Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to edit some of the basics of the forms on your site. This is just going to be part one of 2 videos explaining the forms. So to do so, I'm going to start by just scrolling through the actual contact form on your site. You'll see we've got these first name, last name, phone number, and email fields, each taking up half the screen. You'll see that the title of the field is kind of watermarked so that when you click into it, you type over top of that field. That's something that we can edit on the back end. Here's a drop down of all the states. Here's a drop down containing different fields that you might want to fill out. And then we've got company, your message, and then the submit button. So if you go into the back end of WordPress, go to contact, and then you'll see the list of the different forms on your site. Then I'm going to click contact form to edit this form. I don't want you guys to get too overwhelmed because it really isn't that bad. Basically, each field that you'll see on the front end is represented by a open caret that says div class, and it ends with open caret / div. So this right here is that first name field. Okay, so this indicates that you want it to take up half the screen on desktop, but a full screen on mobile and tablet. This is indicating that it's a text field, so the user is going to type in text to fill out the field. This is automatically created by WordPress. This is code you don't need to deal with. And then first name is the text that appears right here. So let's try to recreate one of these fields. So let's enter, and then you'd copy this right here. So if you want it to take up 50% of the screen on desktop, just literally copy from this open caret to the closed caret here. Okay? Now I would click this button here, text, if I want to create another text field. I'm going to take this out and replace it with whatever text I want to have in that field right here, this like watermarked area. So let's say I just want placeholder. If I want it to be required, I'm going to check this here. And if I want the text to appear watermarked like this first name text is here, I'm going to check that box. Okay, so then I'm going to click Insert Tag. Alright, so now I've got that. Now I'm going to need to click into this bracket, and just like the first name is here in quotes, I'm going to want to type that below to make sure that's what appears on the front end in that watermarked area. Alright, and then you're going to close the div tag. So then you're going to want to do copy and paste this right here. So that indicates that that's the end of that field. Alright, so let's click save, and then I'm going to update on my front end to see what that looks like. So refresh. Okay, now you'll see I've literally just duplicated that same style and function as this first name, last name, phone number, but now it's his placeholder. So let's do that one more time. So you could go copy and paste this code right here. Now if you click text, let's say we just want placeholder 2. We want that to be a required field. We want the text to appear as a placeholder. And then you're going to want to go inside the bracket and type whatever you want to actually have show up on the front end. And then close the div tag. Here's where you're going to edit the emails that the receiver at Roarer will get containing all of these form submissions. So here in this to field, you're going to want to put whoever at Roarer should be receiving these form submissions. And then down here in the message body, this is the email that those Roarer employees will get. And this should contain most of what that form contains. So I'm going to explain how to edit what's in this message body. Basically, all of these fields up here, these are things inside the form. So your name, that's the user, the submitter's name. So we put from, and then your name. So we copied this and then pasted it right here. And then your email, so this is the submitter's email address. And then subject, we don't actually have a subject field in the form, so we're going to get rid of that. Message body, so here's where their entire message is going to be placed. Now let's say we wanted to also include their number and their company. So we might want to put phone number. And then we would copy this code here. And then let's say we wanted to include their company. I'd type company name and then copy this, put company name here. Okay, so now the email that Roar will receive will say from in the email, and then it'll say the user's name, message body, and then it'll contain the user's message, phone number, and it'll show their phone number, company name, and it'll show their company name. So that seems like probably the vital information that Roar is going to want to receive. Now if we scroll down, mail to, this is where you're going to put some sort of message received email so that the user can have that confirmation that they did indeed submit a form. So all of this is just automatic. So it's going to go to the email that they included in the form. Reply to, this is where you'd want to put someone at Roar's email so that if the user replies to the automatic confirmation received message, it'll be sent back to Roar. And then this is the message received body area. So you might want to include something like, thank you for your message. All right, and then you just make sure you click update.